I don't mind Ben, I find him quite amusing, and I said it's not being facetious. He's a very strange man. He's a very awkward guy, but he's not, people don't think he's harmless. For me, I take people out, I find them harmless. I've enjoyed working with him. I'm sure we can do more business together. We speak a lot. Can't quite figure him out yet, but not everyone's cup of tea. Before he goes back to take the final few pounds off.
What do you make of the bet from the bet?
They know. Like, we've spoken to Robert Smith. I will lose my license if I bet on the fight like this. But to be honest with you, 1,900,000. I mean, they're actually giving me still worse odds, I think, than the bookmaker. But whatever. I think I've told Benn Shalom it's quite boring now. I spoke to Robert Smith. He sent an email to everybody saying license holders are not allowed to bet on the fight. So, to be honest with you, in all due respect, I don't want to sound like an arrogant twat, but this fight means a lot more than £900,000 to me. This fight means fucking everything. And when Conor Benn knocks him spark out tomorrow night, you could give me 5 million, 10 million, I don't care. I just want the win. And I'll be straight through those ropes to celebrate a man that I'm very proud of. A man that has been through an unbelievable amount these last couple of years, and he will take all of that strength tomorrow night. And as Tony Sims says, God works in mysterious ways. I'm not sure 2.5 years ago we would have won this fight. Now, everything he's been through, the resilience, we're ready. You're going to get a fucking great show on Saturday night.
Do you think Billy Joe will be there?
Billy Joe will be doing the hand wraps in Eubank dressing room.
Have you ever had this animosity towards another fighter?
It's not really, it's just he's feeling like it's become a thing. He wants to be a little bit of a hero, but really, I guess I'm not looking for respect from Chris Eubank. If he's not going to let me speak, no problem. I mean, our family have quite a deep history with the Eubank family. I mean, Matchroom really built his father, and together as a partnership, those guys changed the face of British boxing. But Chris doesn't seem to have the same respect. I'm not going to sit there and go backwards and forwards, but as I said, everything's scripted with Chris. So you just take the script away from him, and all of a sudden it's like, fuck me, Frank Smith's up here.
Is he not feel weird about that with the family time?
Sure, it's very weird, yeah. But it's a bit of fun. That's all it was, because otherwise it's me going, yeah, and him going, and it's like, it's boring. So switch it up, a few sound bites, a few clicks, a few numbers. I thought Frank Smith done a great job. Frank Smith's the future of the company. You guys are only going to have to put up with me for another 3-5 years, something like that. You've got to keep Frank Smith in the game.
Eddie.
What do you respond to Rick Reno and Ring Magazine? Seem to be a shot pretty much directed at you.
I mean, not really. I mean, that's just you, Raheem, doing your normal stuff. What he said a lot of promoters provide shit.
A lot of promoters on its own and others.
Yeah, there are about 400 promoters on the
That
zone.
may be in the room with us.
Yeah, well, maybe they are. Rick's there he came up to me before the press release. He said, just to let you know, I'm going to say a few outrageous things. I'm very proud of the work that Matchroom and Boxer, to be fair, have put in on this show. This is a Ring Magazine event, but Matchroom have worked their absolute socks off on this event. Frank Smith has worked every day, the whole event team. Next week we are working around the clock organising the New York City Ring Magazine event. And I feel like, to be honest with you, I feel like the job that Matchroom and myself have done for boxing, I think we've been an unbelievable servant. And I think without us, boxing wouldn't be where it was. So I don't agree with Mr. Rick Reno, but I do agree that the Ring Magazine cards are sensational.
Another person who didn't mention your name but said it was Chris Benn's, Conor Benn's promoter.
That's me.
Oh, is it you?
I'm Conor
okay,
Benn's
so it's
promoter,
not
yeah.
my thing. Because Senior said that you potentially gave Chris the PEDs and he didn't know, and he believes that Chris didn't know, but it's down to you.
Oh, you're absolutely waffling. What are you talking about?
You should be investigating.
I gave Chris the PEDs.
This is Senior talking, not me.
Chris, what are you talking about? Next question. Watch it back. You're all over the place, right?
Eddie, Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype. Way different topic, but I've been dying to get your thoughts on it. WBA mandated the winner of Ryan and Rowley to face the winner of Boots and Giasov. Just what are your thoughts and how does that fight potentially go?
Great news, because I think Ryan Garcia beats Rolly Romero. I would love the Rolly Romero fight for Boots, but I will say as well, Boots wants to face the other champions. I mean, we do have the Giasov issue. I think Boots wants to go out there and fight Brian Norman. I know His Excellency wants Boots to fight Teofimo Lopez. Right now, I say it now, Boots is the red hot guy in boxing. That last performance, everyone knows this guy is the future of boxing. So we're in an unbelievable position, and we will plan accordingly and in the best interest of Jaron Ennis. And we'll meet next week and talk through the options.
Eddie, just quickly, do you think Chris Eubank Jr. will make weight for this fight?
Yes, I do think he'll make weight. He had his check weight yesterday. We know everything, right? So he's got a lot of work to do, but I believe he'll make it.
And just quickly,
Conor's been over the past couple of years. Have you ever been through as much of a personal journey with a fighter as you have?
No, because every day you get character assassinated as well, and you have to make a decision as an individual. Are you going to duck out and just say, oh, I'd rather not really go through this, or are you going to stand with your mate who you believe in and fight it with him and take all the shit that comes with it? And that's the option that I went for, because I believe him, and when I believe in someone, I'm not going to cry out the back door like a bitch and say, sorry mate, you're on your own. Every day we fought this with him. He did a lot of stuff himself. I think sometimes he did stuff on his own advice where maybe he should have taken better advice, but what he always did is believed in himself, went through 3 trials, cleared his name. And as we stand here today, I listened to the word of Tony Sims. Very true. God works in mysterious ways. We're so ready for this fight. Maybe 2.5 years ago, we weren't ready for this fight, but we're ready now. And I can't tell you enough the shape that Conor Benn is in. I appreciate this is a tough fight. The weight, everything. And I'm not saying he 100% wins it. It's a 50-50 fight, but I truly believe Conor Benn wins on Saturday night, and the shape that he's in and the mental position he is in his life right now is perfect to take this opportunity.
Is he nervous?
Yes, 100%. But in a good, like, he walked out on the pitch. It wasn't like, it was, oh my God, this is it. I dreamt of this moment. You've got to put a lid on it. You've got to control yourself on Saturday night. You see guys like AJ and Fury. This is their bread and butter. By the way, Eubank's never boxed on a show like this before. He's been involved in some big nights, but nothing like this. Nor's Conor. I mean, Conor was co-main event at Headingley for Warrington. It was 25,000. He's boxed in a full O2 loads of times. This is different. You walk out there tomorrow night in 65,000 with the whole, not just the whole of Britain, the whole of the world watching. This is pressure at its finest.
Eddie,
As good as you expect it to be, when do we see the rematch?
We'll see. Look, I think the rematch, we look at September, October time. I promise you one thing. This is going to be a great fight, and this is going to be unbelievable drama.
Pick a round for Conor.
Conor just told him, inside 2 rounds. That's what he told him in his face.
Eddie, just the war on Liam Smith and Aaron McKenna.
Yeah.
We've seen a bit of an over and back there, but it's a huge
It's a
opportunity
great
for
fight.
Aaron.
I rate Aaron McKenna. I love it when there's an established world-class fighter taking on a young, undefeated fighter. And Aaron McKenna, you've got to make that step up. And I'm not sure, as good as he is, I'm not sure if he can take the step up against Liam Smith. But we'll find out. He won't take a backward step, and he'll be all over it. He'll be in the fight. He's tough as nails. And you know what you get from Beefy. That could steal the show.
Eddie.
Would you respond to Senior's allegations? I mean, I got the name wrong, but you know
You got everything wrong. I mean,
this is what he said on TalkSport to Simon, that you should be investigated because you gave Conor the PD.
Did he say that?
He said that
Really?
today.
Can you send that to me? Send that today. Because what I'll do is, I'll sue him. I'll sue him immediately. So do me a favour, after this interview, send me the clip where he said the exact words you just said. All right?
He said Conor's promoter. He didn't say your name.
Well, yeah, that's me. That's good enough. Send me the clip. Chris Eubank Sr. is mentally not stable. How people in the media even allow him in that space is a disgrace. The guy, firstly, the guy is not well. Secondly, the guy really should be here. But the fact that he's not involved, the fact that he couldn't take any money, the fact that he couldn't be involved in any decisions, stand in front of the cameras, is making him sick as a parrot. So send me that, and he'll receive a legal letter tomorrow. Thank you.
Eddie, how important are those early rounds for Conor Benn? Like you said, finishing
The whole fight's important. Look, I don't think that we know how fast Conor Benn starts. At the same time, I don't think it's right that Conor should come out just like a raging bull. Eubank said yesterday, I'm the matador, all that kind of stuff. You've got to be smart with it, but you've got to be explosive, you've got to be spiteful, and you've got to land early. And Conor Benn will land early in this fight. Can he put a dent in him like Liam Smith said? I believe so.
Eddie, can I just ask, what's your relationship now like with Ben Shalom? Obviously,
it's all right. I said before, I don't mind Ben. I find him quite amusing, and I said it's not being facetious. He's a very strange man. He's a very awkward guy, but he's not. People don't think he's harmless. For me, I take people where I find them harmless. I've enjoyed working with him. I'm sure we can do more business together. We speak a lot. Can't quite figure him out yet, but not everyone's cup of tea. We do business together. I'm happy to do more with him.
Eddie, just one other question again for our public in America. Jake Paul Chavez, does that fight legitimize Jake Paul, or is it just another spectacle?
Listen, I think if Chavez comes in any kind of shape with any kind of desire, maybe it can be. It's not a terrible fight. You know, we know that Gervonta's going to fight Jake Paul in November, and then we'll see what happens if there's an AJ fight. Be interested to go from Gervonta Davis to Anthony Joshua, but I don't think the Chavez fight is terrible. I think it's a smart bit of business. Hopefully Chavez can get himself up for it. He don't have too long. He's been through a lot, but he was once a decent fighter. It was a long time ago.
Eddie,
Thank you, Eddie.
Conor Benn win great for you in New Zealand?
I mean, this is like total madness. But for me, Conor Benn wins on Saturday night, becomes the biggest star in British boxing. And, you know, for everything he's been through, that will be more pleasing for me. Not in terms of what a win would deliver for him, but how he deserves this opportunity. And the strength that he's shown will show on Saturday night.
What happens if Eubank doesn't make weight tomorrow?
He'll be fined considerable amount of money.
Is there any chance that the fight gets called off and he doesn't make weight?
He'll be on weight. He'll be on weight tomorrow.
Eddie, in your mind when Eubank brings up these fellas with drug tests, obviously you think
I mean, it's all part of the game. You know, obviously, I'd probably say the same thing if I was Chris Eubank. You know, you're going to try and say it. But everything Chris does is premeditated. It's written down for him. Social media content is made for him. It's all a game. It's all an act. So that's why we just take a little bit of play away from him, wind him up a little bit. It's all fun and games. None of this matters. What matters is in the ring tomorrow.
Do you think we will see the evidence from Conor Benn's NADP?
It depends what you can decide to do with it. I mean, he's done 3 independent hearings now. He's won every single one of them. Everyone said to him, go before UCAD. He went before UCAD, he won. Everyone said, well, go before the NADP. He went before the NADP, he won. He was completely exonerated. And if people can't accept that, then what is the point in going through a process like that and having your name cleared? So we'll see what the future holds. We want to get on with it. Everyone's been talking about it for 3 years. Let's take that fucking anger into Saturday night and smash his
Eddie, we know what this fight means to the British public and obviously the history and the legacy. What happens in an ideal situation if your man's successful? What's the next big matchup?
Listen, we'll see. We've got fight number 2. He's contracted for Eubank, but we'll see. Jerome Boots Ennis, maybe a move to 54. He's going to be a huge star after this. So, you know, firstly, let's get the win on Saturday night.
And so much limelight on this fight. What could potentially be a banana skin of the trio of fights next week?
Teofimo against Barboza.
Eddie, you say Boots Ennis at 154, but isn't
147.
147? Isn't that concerned with Kell Brook moving up to 160 against
Possibly.
Golovkin?
Kell was a different animal because he really couldn't make 47 anymore. And that was one of the reasons we took the Golovkin fight, one of many reasons actually. But also with Conor, he's never really struggled at 47. What he is doing is enjoying himself up at 160. I don't think he'll stay at middleweight, if I'm honest. But it's whether you go to 54 or 47. But this is stuff for the future.
Would you not worry about his health? Have you seen Roy Jones move up in weight? He was never the same fighter Kell Brook was.
I think what you do is you get the experts, the scientists, the doctors to analyse everything, and then you make a decision. Not some fat promoter from Essex going, yeah mate, you'll make 147. I told Kell Brook after the Gennady Golovkin fight, do not go back to 47. Do not fight Errol Spence at 47. He said, I want to, I'm world champion. And he went back, and I can't tell you how badly he made the weight. And he was winning the fight well, and then it just all caught up. Probably the same thing that happened to Eubank tomorrow night.
Did he say if Conor Benn has his license yet, if not when? Has he got his license yet for the fight? When did that come through?
I'm not sure. British boxing body will be on fight.
Maybe Simon Jordan and Take the Sheikh meeting up. He's also still calling it a hard job over fight and rejecting an invitation to the fight.
You're not coming? Oh, we'll have to cancel it. I mean, literally, this fight is a 65,000 sellout at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It will do 1 million buys in the UK and will create a massive audience globally. But Simon Jordan is not interested. He's off his chops, all the fucking cops. What a bellend.
Eddie, there's some strong words from Rick Reno about the quality of boxing in Tottenham. I get your reaction to that.
He said he was going to do that. So, you know, I think it's interesting times. I mean, we've put a lot of work into